Hi guys, it's the Almost Average Athlete and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me for another video. This video is going to be about a run that I'm going to do tomorrow, or I hope to do tomorrow. And the reason for that is because it's a 20-mile run. And I haven't run more than 13 kilometers for a very long time. All through lockdown, I've probably done the maximum of 5 runs. Every time I've gone out to run, it's been tough. I feel like lead on legs. I've put weight on like everybody else. I've been working from home. I've been eating like I was training for the ultra runs back in March, but I haven't actually been doing any running. So we're gonna see how I get on, if I can do it, and hope I don't hurt myself. Now I'll be running with next door Pete, who was in the previous video. He went off running in the previous video. He does a fair bit of running. Not as much as I'd like to see him do, however, because he's a very good runner. But he's one of these runners who doesn't have to do a lot of running to still be a good runner. Now I've said running and runner too many times now, so let's skip to tomorrow AM and see how we get on. Good morning, you made it. Thanks very much for joining me again. It is about 6:30 and I'm now on my way to see next door Pete, pick him up, and then we're going to head down to the river where we'll join the Angles Way. Today I've got my hydration vest and I've got 2 litres of water with me, which might seem like a lot, but I'm a big lad. I'm bigger than I was 3 months ago and I need the water, otherwise I will suffer. I've got a handful of gels, I've got a handful of energy bars. They're both Mountain Fuel. I think they are hands down the best you can get. I've tried them all and they are just amazing, particularly the Mountain Fuel bars. They really are amazing. So the plan, once I've got Pete, is we're gonna run or walk down to the river, which is about a mile away from his place, and then we'll set off down the Angles Way. It's a mixture of field sidings, trail. Oh, that was a pigeon. Sorry, Mr. Pigeon. Where was I? A mixture of field sidings, trails, there's a little bit of path, not much, tiny bit of road. All in all, it's going to be quite a big spag. It's probably going to be quite hard work because it's going to be wet and it's really overgrown down near the river at the moment. It's a fairly well-trodden-ish trail, the Angles Way, but not enough for it to be kept low or cut by the public rights of way folk. It could be an epic day, it could be a disaster, but I'm pretty confident I'm going to get to the end. Whether I run it all, I doubt it. I think there's going to be a bit of a run-walk strategy going on here, and I'm quite happy with that. Pete's going on holiday this afternoon. He's flying to Spain, I believe, so I don't think he'll be pushing himself too much either. So let's see what happens. Stick with me, and I'll see you in a bit. You ready to be on camera?
Always, mate.
Yeah.
I was born
the sound
ready.
crew will be here in a second.
I was born ready.
Look, it's next door Pete with me.
Hello.
He's not Scottish. We are 5.5 kilometres in. It is very muggy, as you can see from my perspiration and Pete's perspiration. Not perspiration. But feeling good. Heart rate's too high, legs hurt, and Pete's not eaten anything yet this morning, so let's see how we get on. Now think of the music that I'm gonna put over the top. It's good. Thanks, Peter. Suck your gut in. There's nothing you can do about your tits but suck your gut in. That's why you never get a close-up of me. No. It's a standoff. Oh Christ, they're going to win. Excuse me. Excuse me. Mind them big hoofs.
What are we? Only six miles in now.
6 miles in.
Feeling good.
That's 10k for the European viewers. There's literally no European viewers yet. And have we gone the wrong way, Pete? No, we haven't.
Only 5 times.
We're all right. All right. So my heart rate's still really high. there's a possibility of some kind of stroke or heart attack at any moment. I probably shouldn't joke about that, but we are in the most beautiful part of Suffolk. Ooh. Yeah. So it's all going well, keeping hydrated. Pete's still not eating anything, which is going to end in trouble. Yeah, we'll check in at 15. Pete's discovered. Look at that bastard.
Amazing. It's my old crash helmet.
That is a giant puffball. Pete's in wonder.
Very happy with this.
Pete's from London. Did you lick it?
Tongue tied. Trying to adopt a new strategy for running and not getting stung on the leg.
Oh, what is this, the skip avoidance system?
Nice.
Time to fuel. What you got, Pete?
I have
Sis.
science in sport.
Science in sport. I've got
Apparently.
mountain fuel jelly, the best a man can get.
We are not sponsored by either.
No, but if SIS are watching, which they are not, or even more so a mountain fuel, because I prefer them, can I have some free stuff, please? That'd be great. It's about me as well, yeah?
Is it recording?
It is, yeah.
Hello.
Oh, you see the little red dot, you see?
My first ever GoPro experience.
How is it?
How
is it, Pete?
Oh, it's like holding a magic wand.
It's not a dildo.
I wish.
If you can point it at me, that'd be great. Oh, there we go. Jesus Christ. That's a touch of power. This is amazing up here.
It's all about me.
Oh, sorry, what were you going to say something? Go, you say something. We're 15, 16k in. Pete still hasn't eaten anything. We're sipping drinks. So all is well, we'll check in at 20. Go. Oh, don't create a riot, Pete. Oh, look at the little cows. Hello, beautiful. Oh, don't look at that one. Not wearing any red, are you, Pete? We're not looking at that bull in the eyes because he looks frightening. Thanks, ladies. So this is the 20km and a bit check-in. Pete's gone way ahead of me now. He's come back, it's fine. I'm feeling tired now. Pete's still not eating anything. Running out of water. Send help. It's 2 hours 40 in.
Oh, we've left our sandwiches.
Oh, there's the feed station. Fucking some people. There you go. Check in at 25, hopefully. I'm feeling very tired now. How are you feeling, Peter?
Wonderful.
Oh, it's not the answer I was looking for. Peter's still running up the hills, whereas he's decided to walk up this one with me. It was either that or put me in his tiny little backpack. But apparently I'd be rattling about, I'm too small.
It's a bit too slippery.
I'm very slippery at the moment, which is a really horrible description. So apologies for that if there's any kids watching. So yeah, taking on plenty of fluids. Pete's still not eating anything. And we'll catch up with you at 25k, because that's a really good excuse to stop again. It's 23 3/4k at the moment. So I'll see you at the top of this hill. Refilling the nipples.
Oh yeah.
Udders refill.
It's business time.
I'm struggling a bit now. Pete, however, bastard. Legs are pretty leaden now. Heart rate is consistently high. We've just hit 25k, so I'm quite pleased to make it this far, if I'm honest with you. Probably a bit lower on water than I should be, but I am sweating like a mother. Oh, look, he's waiting for me now. Bless him. Right, I think we're about 4 miles away from Bungay, which is our final destination, which will be about, I think it's about 19 miles in all. I'm mixing my metric and imperial, I'm that tired. But let's catch up with him. The dude is an athlete, look at him. There's no stopping him. No training, he did an 18k random run in London on Thursday. What a total legend. I, however, am doing a lot more walking. I'm really struggling. Legs are tight. Everybody must know that feeling. Calves, hamstrings, all the sitting down muscles are really tight. But we're only a few kilometres away from Bungay, so I'm quietly confident I'm going to get there. I've run out of water, which isn't good because I am moist all over, which most people hate that word, including me, but I'm really knackered now. It's there, we're so close, yet so far. I think we've only gone and bloody done it, look, 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 look.
Okay. We have made it.
No social distancing, sorry about that. Bungay.
83 cows later.
Bungay. So it's the next day, I'm still alive, my legs almost bend in the middle, and it was a hell of a day with next door Pete. It was about 4.5 hours in total of running stroke walking. Clearly I walked a proportion of that, tried to keep it quick. I didn't stop at all, which mentally for me means I've still got some decent mental toughness from Ironman training in the past, which is fantastic. But I'm tired today. It's the AM of the next day and I ache all over, and I can tell I have lost so much fitness. Before I may well have done a long run like that, felt a bit stiff the next day, but maybe jumped on the turbo or maybe even gone for another run just to sort of loosen everything up, but there's no way in hell I'd be able to go for a run now. So even after the 8-kilometre run earlier last week, where I thought it was like I've never run before, I still managed to complete 32 kilometres. It was all off-road and it was pretty tough going. I mean, we're not blessed with mountains around the Norfolk, Suffolk area, but it's still field sidings, long grass, sort of a lot of stony paths and trails. So it's quite hard going on the body, particularly when you are feeling unfit. This morning I'm feeling pretty shot and pretty tired, and I would imagine an element of that is just fitness, but also I managed to do the whole thing on 3 gels and half an energy bar, which is nowhere near enough food. And I took 1.5 litres of water, thinking if I save a bit of weight, that's going to help me out weight-wise, as in that translate into tiredness, carrying that extra weight when I'm already carrying my own personal extra weight. So I ditched half a litre of water, which was a mistake because, as you saw from the film, I ran out about 10k from the end. Fortunately, Pete had a tiny bit left that he gave me, bless him. I did get something, but it wasn't enough, and I probably drunk 7, 8, 9 pints of water, a little bit of beer, and didn't go to the toilet until last thing at night, and that just shows you how dehydrated I was. Hydration for me is key because I sweat an awful lot. The run itself was surprisingly okay. The first 20k, and I thought I was going to flag after 10k, but I felt pretty good, and I put a lot of that down to running with Pete because he's very chatty, he sings a lot, and he sings odd 80s love songs. Running with other people is always good. I have done 95% of my training for all of my events in the past on my own because I'm sticking to a tight schedule. I don't fit in with everybody else. Most of the people who I cycle with or run with sort of just do it for fun, or they're quite spur of the moment people, whereas if I need to train for something, I have to be rigid and stick to that training plan. So it never fits in with anybody else. So to do something like I did with Pete, just for fun, was wonderful. It was really good for the mental health. Physically, I've had a knee niggle for several months, and I really thought after 10 kilometres that would be a problem, but that didn't kick in until about 30 kilometres. We were 2 kilometres from Bungay, so that was amazing. Going back to 25 kilometres, there was times when I needed to have a little walk. I tried to do a quick sort of marched walk to keep the body going, because stopping is fatal. And I could see Pete wasn't stopping and he was just carrying on. And so he would run on for 200-300 metres and then he'd sort of jog back. He's the same. He's a lot fitter than I am, but he needs to keep moving, because if you stop, you start to seize up. So fortunately for me, that knee niggle didn't come into play, which was an absolute godsend, because that could have curtailed the whole experience and adventure. Would I attempt it again? Absolutely. I must admit, it's given me my mojo back. I feel really excited about doing some more. I've got my training plan off my coach, which has got a few long runs in it, but I might ask him to tweak it so that I can do some more extended runs. Now I know I can do it, and that base fitness is there. I know I can do it. I just need to work on my short speed skills, get the base fitness raised up again so that it doesn't feel quite as daunting and I worry about it. Whereas 3 months ago, I was ready to do an 81-mile run around Loch Ness. I was ready to go mentally, physically. It was going to happen and it didn't even concern me. Whereas now something like that seems years away, which is crazy. Should you try it? Absolutely. Why not? Give it a go. Go and find some public rights of way around where you live and go for an adventure. So again, thanks for watching this vlog. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, share it with your friends. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, that would be wonderful. And if you can hit like underneath, it really helps out the channel. See you next time.